The Western Conference Championship is set. Hey, everybody, welcome into the MLSsoccer.com studios. Russ Thaler, Thomas Rongen here with you. And we start with the top seed in the West, FC Dallas, hosting Seattle Sounders in the second leg of the Western Conference semifinals. And Thomas, it was an empty the tank kind of day for these guys in Frisco, Texas, because all the action happened very late in the most exciting 7 minutes in these playoffs so far, starting in the 84th. And it's Tesho Akindele with the goal that would have sent Dallas through until, in the 88th, Chad Marshall ties the game at 1 and puts Seattle up. But then in stoppage time, it's Walker Zimmerman. Thomas, suddenly, Dallas sends this thing to extra time, and it looked like they had all the legs in the world.
They did, and that's, again, youth versus the experience we talked about, but the older experience as well. And you're right, they run out of steam, Seattle. Ziggy Schmidt really didn't have the deep enough bench due to injuries, but Oscar Pereira did. He made all the right choices. 2 subs come on, scored 2 important goals to get them to OT. What a great 7 minutes, you're right.
Nevertheless, Seattle was able to hang on through 30 minutes of extra time, and we went to penalty kicks, and then the youth came through again for Dallas.
I mean, Jesse Gonzalez came up huge in that game. A lot of Mexican teams will look at it. He makes saves in the World Cup for Mexico. He makes huge saves here. And then Dallas continues with their young players to get the job done. And again, Zimmerman, who scores a big goal, gets that final PK as well, and Dallas goes through.
All right, so FC Dallas is through. We know they will host the second leg of the Western Conference Championship as the top seed in the West. The question is, who would they be facing? Well, for that, we go to the Pacific Northwest. Scoreless draw in the first leg of the Western Conference semifinals between Portland and Vancouver. The return match at BC Place, and it's the Timbers who get on the board first. It's Fernando Adi putting Portland up 1-0. Not only 1-0, but the crucial away goal. And then disaster really struck for Vancouver after that.
Well, absolutely. Portland goes up early. That puts the pressure back on Vancouver big time. And then one of the few players that was able early on to get something going forward is Mane.
Yeah, Kekuta Mane.
Injury, unfortunately, has to come off. And then Rivero, Rosales, Morales just don't have the impetus. They don't have the creative really flair for Vancouver to create anything. And then Portland comes back and scores late, and it's done. Caleb Porter again pulling all the right stops, playing more centrally, and that's how Adi gets his goal, and Chara late as well.
That's right. Diego Chara put the final nail in the coffin for the Timbers. So it's going to be FC Dallas and Portland Timbers in the Western Conference Championship. First leg coming your way on Sunday, the 22nd of November at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on FS1. But here's a big deal, Thomas. Diego Valeri and Rodney Wallace suspended for the first leg due to yellow cards. How does that change the complexion of this series?
You know what? Not much. Yeah, they're important players. But still, Milano didn't start today. Asprilla did. So Milano will play on the other flank for Wallace. The big question is obviously, how do you replace Valeri? Do you play Urruti a little bit deeper, or do you go with Jewsbury and play with 2 holding midfielders, which I don't think he will do. But interesting. 2 important players, obviously, for that club, but they have the depth and the legs to do well against Dallas.
All right, fascinating matchup. Keep checking here at MLSsoccer.com for all the very latest. We'll see you soon.